Noah, how are you feeling this weekend?
Legendary, man. Legendary.
Noah, you're a little crooked, you're a little smiley, and you are live from DC.
I am live from DC. We were trying to make my iPhone camera, which is what I normally use to record the show, work, but my MacBook Pro, the screen's too flimsy. It kept knocking over. So here we are using the iPhone camera. We still got the mic. I'm gonna pick it up one time just so you can see it's the same mic I always use. So I hope the audio quality is still 100% there. But this is a very important weekend in terms of the history, the conversation with the Cleveland Browns. And I couldn't take a DC trip to not talk about it. I got to sit down in my hotel room and talk about it. And by the way, real quick, before I let us jump into this, if you are going to book a hotel and you're thinking about doing like some actual work and you need like space to do things, don't book a Moxie hotel. Moxie is fantastic. It's great. It's great bed. It's great. It's clean. All of that. But I'm sitting up on an ironing table in a little stool right now trying to record this podcast. So that's just how it is. I've been doing my regular work laying in bed using the touchpad, and that's just not how I'm the most productive.
Life advice from Noah, do not book a Moxie. Never even heard of that. But let's jump into the game because we take on the Raiders this week. We are in Las Vegas, and one Shedeur Sanders is finally getting his NFL start. He obviously had his debut last week. He has a full week now, though, to practice to get acclimated with the ones. How are you feeling about this game?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling legendary, man. And I'm not trying to lean into the tropes, but I would be a liar. I wouldn't be doubling down on my own takes if I didn't say I felt decent because I feel good about Shador and his ability to be an NFL quarterback. Now, I will say at this moment, I will not give you a score prediction. I am not jinxing myself like I did the other week when
God.
I did this. I will not give a score prediction because it could be beautiful for Shador and it could be an ugly game. God bless you.
Thank you. We're gonna run with it. We're a little sloppy this episode. It's okay. I'm gonna need a score prediction from you at some point. This
It's
this
not happening.
come on,
Legendary did nothing. There you go.
this
There's your score prediction.
superstition, and I mispronounced that purposely, is killing me. That said, I feel pretty good going into this game as well. Shador seems the type that he will bounce back. He was not happy with himself after the last game. Obviously,
No.
he came in the second half there, but he didn't do particularly well, even though he still put us in a position to potentially go to overtime, a ball that was missed by Gage Larvadan. But that said, he seems like the type that will put his head down and want to make up for that. And you'll see in my own parlay that I'm putting some faith in the kid. So I'm ready for him to ball out.
You haven't got to see my parlay yet, so I will hold that until the end because you put some, I put all. I'll leave it at that. I'm excited to see what Shador can do in his first start in the NFL with preparation, with some chemistry building, for lack of a better term, with the starters of this offense. I mean, we got to see it in those clips there that I pulled up. Um, I just feel good about this game. The Raiders, to me, the Raiders and the Titans were the two games on this schedule that I circled in my mind, at least, as being potentially good starts for Shador to come in and learn the NFL game, test himself, see what we got in him. So he got some of the jitters out last week against, I know it isn't good this year, but good historically in that Ravens defense. And now he can go out there in Las Vegas, close to Colorado, let me mind you. It's not that far of a drive. It's a drive, but it's not crazy far. Where some of those CU aunties might be out there and enjoying themselves in Allegiant Stadium over there in Las Vegas. I'm really curious to see what this game looks like. I know we try to be decently analytical on our show, but did you notice that they're wearing the white helmets?
No.
Let me see if I can pull that clip up, bro, for you. Look at Shador's helmet. They're wearing the all whites this weekend, man.
Wait, the helmet they wear in practice determines the
Is
helmet they wear in the game?
the helmet they wear in practice This is the helmet they'll wear on Sunday every time. And the Browns teased it on X after the fact as well that they will be wearing the all whites. Now, is it going to be the white helmet on the white throwback on the white pants or the regular white? We don't know yet, but I would assume it'd be the white throwback, right?
Sure. Something I'm not super worried about in this game, but sure. Let's move on to the injury report, Noah. Anything that stands out to you this week?
There's a little bit here and there that David Njoku not practicing. That is kind of a decently big deal, but I think he'll play. Looking at the rest of the did not participate, shout out Alex Wright. He got that contract extension at the time of recording this today. Obviously, yesterday when this video goes live on YouTube. Um, Other than that, everything else looks pretty normal in terms of the Browns side. The Raiders side, they have done awesome in terms of their injury report week in and week out. Max Crosby was limited. I don't really expect injuries to play a factor in this game. Do you, Eric?
No, I don't. No worry though about Conklin being a limited participant.
No, Conklin's doing the same type of thing that he normally does. Well, maybe we could see it could be KT Levinston, it could be Corn Lucas. But at this point, I don't even really care what happens on the offensive line because it's going to be bad no matter what. That's kind of where I'm at with the offensive line, unfortunately. But
Well, hold on, because when we've been at full strength, they look decent. I will say. I mean,
did you?
having Conklin back in there makes a big difference.
I know we were both at the game last week, so we didn't get to see it. But do you remember the game last week? Because it
Yeah, and
was
I remember Leviston being the main and chief issue there,
Well, part of the
and
problem is
the
too
backs.
is that Conklin and what's his name? Cam on the other side, neither of them can stay healthy ever. So
Yeah.
that's a problem. That doesn't mean just because the offensive line looks good when they're out there, if they can't be out there, who cares?
All right, you won't give me a score prediction, Noah, but give me a general prediction. Like, what do you expect from this game?
I expect Shedeur to look a lot better. He's getting a week of practice. He's getting a week of being that starting quarterback, being in that mindset. I 100% think he is going to look better. Do I think he's going to look like an all pro, top 10, top 20 even quarterback? No. This offense isn't built for a quarterback unless you are legitimately a top five quarterback to look like that.
This offense
It
isn't built for any quarterback, but go on.
Amen. I mean, the only people that could pull you out of that is like a Patrick Mahomes. And as much as I have faith in Shador and I'll make jokes about being legendary for the rest of the weekend, whether it be on X, whether it be on our own page or whatnot, uh, it's just not there yet. He's rookie, right? So I think he's going to look a lot better than last week. I think he's going to look a lot more prepared. The biggest criticism of everything that had to go on with the Cleveland Browns thus far. But do I think it's going to be lights out 300, 400 yard game? No. That's unexpectable with any quarterback in this system at this point. What do you think?
Unexpectable. Yeah, not a word, but I get what you're saying. Can I put my tinfoil hat on for just a second?
I love tinfoil hats. Let's see it.
Do you not get a sense a little bit that if you're Kevin Stefanski, who does not like Shedeur Sanders, like I'm going to be clear here, not a fan, didn't pick him, didn't want to play him, didn't prepare him. Do you not get a little bit of the sense that if he blows up completely, if he has a terrible game against the Raiders, he didn't look good against the Ravens, that it lends credence to Kevin's decisions a little bit?
No, because if they lose to a team as shitty, for lack of a better term, we're a YouTube page, so I'll drop shitty. As shitty as the Raiders, and I will gladly say the Browns are shitty too. But as shitty as the Raiders, that's not a good mark on your coaching and your ability to coach, no matter what. So if you lose this game and it doesn't look like you did Shador any favors. It doesn't look like you did your offense any favors as an offensive minded head coach yet again. To me, that's just another knock on the it's time to let Stefanski walk because he's too stuck in his ways.
Well, I think first of all, to be clear, I don't think this is a given that we win. And second of
No, neither
all,
do
I
I.
do think it's a given that Stefanski's gone at the end of the year. I know there's a lot of disagreement there. People still seem to think that he's well liked in the organization, but if I had to hang my hat at somewhere, it's that he will be gone. by the end of the year. Let's move on though and look at the lines for this game, because something that stood out to me in particular on this,
Maybe.
drum roll, is that Judy was not favored for a touchdown. Normally he's second after Quinshon Judkins, but he was actually fourth on this list and he's not included here. I thought that was interesting. But Browns plus 3.5, over under 36.5, anytime touchdown scores. Judkins at 100, Njoku at 380, Fannin at 380. On the other side, Ashton Genti minus 110. He's the only one there with good odds. And then Bowers and Tucker coming in behind him. And our favorite line, Brown's first drive touchdown, plus 550, punt minus 150, which that line has not changed since last week. What's your take here?
My take is I'm not surprised because of the tight end favoritism in this offense, especially when you're running 12 personnel. I'm surprised it took this long for Judy to slide out of there just with what the offense is looked like at this point. Like I'm not surprised by that at all. I am going to say, however, that if you are a betting person, that you should put some money on Jerry Judy because I think their interest to continue to get him more and more involved in this offense, especially now that it's not Shedeur, go out there, try to do what you can like it was last week. This offense is now built and going to be tailored to Shedeur's strengths as opposed to Dillon Gabriel's lack of strengths. Maybe that's the DC talking a little bit right now. But um
The
to me,
DC.
I'm feeling pretty good about Jerry Judy getting into the end zone, having a good game, just because Shedeur has that ability, unlike Dillon, to throw the ball down the field to find the best receiver. I mean, that's what Shedeur's good at is finding his guys, saying, "Screw it, Hunter's down there somewhere. Now let's take it down a couple notches because it's the NFL plus Jerry Judy. Screw it, Jerry Judy's down there somewhere." What do you think about this game?
I mean, if I had to put my money, which I am, we'll get to in a second, I didn't put it on Judy. Um, and to say that Shador's strength is throwing downfield, we didn't see any of that last week. This is a prove it game for him, in my opinion. Listen, I'm a fan. I want him to have his shot. I think he'll look okay, and in fact, I put money on him myself. But he's got to go out there and prove it. He's got to be composed. The things that we've seen in preseason, in college, that we thought of as issues, his tendency to drift, his tendency to hold on to the football, to make bad decisions now and again. We saw all of that in a half of football last week.
Yeah.
So is that going to be cleaned up? I don't know yet because these are persisting issues that we've talked about he needs to work on, but we haven't seen improvement yet. So let's just get into it. I want to see our lines because I want to know your bets, but I am putting faith here in Shador because I have him at 2+ passing touchdowns. I would never pick that for Dillon Gabriel ever.
Never.
2+ passing touchdowns, Judkins anytime touchdown, and then I needed a Puka, kind of your mainstay after picking those two because Judkins has been quiet as well. Plus 1,234 odds, $10 wins you $123.49. I got to be honest with you, I thought it'd pay out like two something. The odds actually weren't as bad as I thought they would be. That said, I am 1-9 so far on my parlays. I only have $17.21 in that account. So we'll see.
Which is funny because this is a change of mentality a little bit in terms of how far your odds are compared to mine.
Yeah.
But mine is just equally as out there, I think, especially betting on a rookie quarterback, because you're going to see not one, not two, but three of Shador's faces in my parlay. I went all the way with the kid. I said 2+ passing touchdowns for Shedeur Sanders, 175 plus passing yards, 20+ rushing yards. We saw him move out of the pocket a couple times. I think 20 is a very easy line. And that was where FanDuel had it, where it was a plus bet at that point. So I was like, sure, I'll take 20. That's worth it. I am also 1 for 9. I am 12 for 18 on legs, but I am beating Erik. I have $36.25 plus 697 odds. $10 wins you $69 giggity and 76 cents. So
I
if there's
actually
two
like this bet.
I do too. I think
I
it
don't
makes
hate it.
sense. I think it makes sense for how Shador's play style make, and maybe he plays messy and he doesn't hit any of those lines. But if you're expecting and if you're thinking there's a chance for Shador to play good, like I think both of us are in that mindset at this point, is that there's going to be maybe not good's the best word, but like a solid game from him, a promising game. Like I think this can be for him. It seems like easy money at least. It should be.
I do want to say that I think if he has an okay game or somewhat of a negative game, we need to take a step back and put it in perspective. I love seeing lately, I saw some of the Josh Allen's first game stats or Baker Mayfield's first game stats where he threw 2 touchdowns but 2 picks as well. Like he is a rookie. We need to remember that first start preparation or not expecting him to just light it up, I think is unrealistic. So if there are some jitters, if he doesn't look fantastic, that's okay.
Amen to that. I'm really interested to see what he can do. I feel like the pressure's a little bit on him to go out there and win this job for the rest of the season, at least, at the very least, the rest of the season. I have faith in him. I wanted him in the first, second, third round. You know, the day one, day two of the draft. I think he has the talent, he has the arm talent, he has the pedigree there to do what he needs to do in the NFL. And maybe with what the tea leaves were with this NFL season, it's come a little bit earlier than what we expected, but I'm totally here for it. I'm ready to see what he can do in Las Vegas. Reminder, the Browns looked good in Vegas last time despite losing. That was one of Deshaun Watson's better games in his Achilles tearing season the year before. So hopefully Shador can go out there and make some noise, make Las Vegas look silly for not drafting him, have that chip on his shoulder and do his thing because the kid's promising and he deserves it. And I'm excited to see what he can do for our brown and orange because if somehow, some way we found a quarterback in the fifth round and we don't have to worry about that at the top of the draft, I mean, me and you would be ecstatic at the end of the day.
We would. I'm still not over, by the way, a couple years ago when we played the Raiders, and we had a first down. This is when they were still in Oakland, and they called that. Do you remember that? They called it back, and it was like so clear, and they reviewed it, and they still called it back. Like,
You know how long ago that was now, Eric?
how long?
I believe 7 years.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I remember that game to a T. They were still wearing the old Browns jerseys at that point, not the reskinned, old skin, the OG jerseys that they wear now. Real
That's
quick,
crazy.
just a quick prediction because we're going quick on time for us typically. Do you think that they're going to have the full blown throwback jerseys, or do you think it'll just be the regular whites with the white helmet this week?
Um, uh, I don't
I
know. Yeah, the 1946 throwbacks.
yeah.
I would say 1946, I guess.
No, I know it's not like important in terms of the dichotomy of the game. I mean, Shador is a swagger player, so put him in the best jerseys I think that we have. Why not let him go ball out in it? But I'm with you. Yeah, I think they're gonna bust them out. They only had 3 Alpha Dog games, the All Browns, and they're allowed to have 4 alternate jersey games a year. So them using it on this game, especially with how high it's gonna be viewed because of Shador playing, why not, right?
By the way, this whole like you can only have 4 BS, like come on NFL, this is ridiculous. Let them wear whatever jersey they want.
I don't mind the cap. I wish it was a little more expanded, like 6,
But
7.
what's the
I
point of
don't
it?
mean that in the meme. I don't mean 6, 7 like that, but 6 or 7 games where they're allowed to wear alternates and then they have to wear their regulars. They
Don't
do the
cap
same
it.
they
Let
do
it
the
be
same thing.
Oregon if you want.
They do the same thing in the NBA and I mean they have 14 different color jerseys out there some years.
That's stupid too. Let them wear whatever they want. Anyway, I want to get to score predictions. I know you won't give it, which I think is ridiculous. But I will because I won't finish that sentence, but I will. Score prediction for me, I'm gonna go Browns 21, Raiders 7. We have 2 Shador passing touchdowns and a Judkins running touchdown. No, I'm not biased to my bet here. But that's gonna be my score prediction. You are
My score
predicting a win though, right?
My score prediction is legendary to nothing, and that's all I care about. It's time for Shedeur to go out there and show what, the CU aunties, the Shedeur faithful, I won't say what they call him on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, the prime sexuals. Yes, that is something that has been said on
Wait,
that
what?
show. Yes, the prime sexuals. The
Referring
people
to
who
Shedeur fans?
prefer referring to Sanders family fans.
Oh god, okay. Didn't need
Uh
to hear that, I guess.
Any of them. I'm feeling very good about this game in a lot of ways, but I don't want to jinx the kid. Uh, Personally, my own sports takes at this point, I'm not a fan of score predictions because it's such a crapshoot, especially with the Cleveland Browns right now because of the amount of rookies that are playing for this team. I'm ready to see give
Whoa.
analysis, give analysis.
Analyze?
I'm ready to analyze what happens out there on the field more so than I am worried about wins and losses and whatnot. And just all in all, take in what not only Shador, but Judkins and Bond and Schlesinger and Graham and all the big name rookies that we have out there right now. Do Harold Fannin, of course, can't forget the BG shout out to my cousin Dylan. But I
Okay, okay, I'm gonna pause you because you're very long-winded when you're drinking. Speaking of Schlesinger, though, we talked about how you can't get his jersey. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, which is obviously one of those Chinese copies, because I was looking for like the authentic field-worn Browns
well,
jerseys, but they
hear
are
me out.
selling it.
Hear me out because it's out there now. They are selling the brown version of it on the team shop.
Are they?
Uh yeah, jersey giveaway announcement day. My mom was in the comments calling us out because they posted it for the first time. It is out there. You can only get the
Interesting.
brown version of it. So if you want the real authentic, and I mean by real authentic, the screen printed one, you can go out there and get it on Browns fan shop right now or NFL Browns. I forget what the ad is for everything that is Cleveland Browns shopping, but it is out there. You can buy a Carson Schlesinger jersey now. Finally, it is there. We complained enough,
Noted.
Eric. Yeah,
All
we
right.
complained enough.
Good to know. On that note, the debate never ends, but the show does for now. We'll see you next time.